Alright guys, you've got 3 handouts that you're going to do on these pages right here. Okay. First of all, I want you to cut out all the way around on the planets. You're going to fold it in half. Color the planets so that they're similar to this, or you can color them similar to the pages that you'll find online in just a minute. Okay. What you're going to do, after you color it, you can cut each one apart. So each little flap will be apart. And what you're going to do is, under the flap, you're going to write 3 facts about that planet. Now what you can use to find your facts is you can go to my website. And the homework part right here is going to tell you about the inner planets, which are going to be the first 4. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. You'll click there, and it'll take you to the little Study Jams page, and you're going to click Slideshow. And what it'll do, you can hit mute down here so that you don't hear the music, or you can turn it down if you want to just hear it quietly. It'll go through a little slideshow right here, where it'll give you a little information down at the bottom. It'll give you some information on the Sun, on Venus, and on Earth, okay, things like that. Sometimes whenever you need to write your fact, you can hit pause and write your fact. Sometimes it's an old website, so sometimes it messes up and it'll jump even though you paused it, and like it just did. If that's the case, what you can do is hit this print button. And you're not going to have to actually print it, but what it'll do is bring it up like a Word document so that you can see the picture and what it says right there, and it prints it a little bit bigger. So it's a little easier to read that. So you don't have to actually hit print, just have this pull up. Then after you write your stuff down, you can hit cancel. Okay? And then back on my website, you can click this one for the outer planets, for when you do Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And it'll be the same thing. It's a little slideshow, and you can mute it. It's got music. Okay, but again, like when you pause it, it wants to jump sometimes, so you can hit that print. It'll pull it up like it would print it, but you're not going to really print it, and then you can write down what you need and hit cancel. See, the music already came back on. It's just got it's an older website with some glitches, but it still has some really beautiful pictures and some great information. Okay. If you know of a different website that you want to use, you can use it, but please let me know which website you're using, okay, if you use a different one. So after you do that, you're going to glue it into the notebook. And one of the things I want to be sure that you understand is these are in order as you go from the Sun being at the center out. So Mercury is like planet 1, 2, 3, 4 for Mars. Then you get to Jupiter is 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and these right here, I'm going to put a brace right here. These are the 4 inner planets. And these are the 4 outer planets. Okay, there's actually an asteroid belt right here in between. And the distance between these planets versus these planets gets really far. Okay. So you'll have 3 facts under each flap. Then down here at the bottom, one of the things that we always use a little mnemonic device, a little thing to help us remember the order of the planets, okay, is the M is for Mercury, very for Venus, excited, E is for Earth, Mom for Mars, just for Jupiter, S for Saturn is served, U, us for Uranus, And then you can put nachos or noodles or nuggets. Okay, anything that starts with an N, that's one word for Neptune. So my very excited mom just served us noodles. Okay, because you have to know the order of the planets. A lot of times, like on your star test, they'll give you a diagram that shows the planets and ask you, like, point to one and say, which one is this one? So you have to know the order that they go in from the sun. Okay, and this is, if you didn't notice when we wrote our teacup here at the top, it is 3.8D. That's a third grade teak. So this is a review. Okay. Then you're going to cut out and glue this little chart in. Just 4 dots of glue and glue it in over here. And all this chart is doing is giving you some data. It's telling you the diameter, which whenever you have a circle or a sphere, the diameter is the distance across. So like our equator is the diameter of our Earth. Okay, it's going to tell you how many moons some of each of the planets has. It's going to give you the length of the orbit, which is R. How long it takes for it to go around the sun, so that's the same thing as a revolution. And the length of the day, that's our rotation. So they give it to you how many Earth days it is and how many Earth years and days it is what they list it by. So that way you know what they're talking about. So like it takes Mercury 88 Earth days to go around the sun. And for them to have one day where they have a day and a night cycle, our 24 hours, it takes 59 Earth days. Okay, and then Mars is really similar to ours. It takes it 25 hours to have a day. And then things like Jupiter and Saturn, they rotate faster, so their days are 10 hours. And Uranus and Neptune are still faster than Earth with 17 and 16 hours. Okay. And then this little chart right here, you'll cut out and glue in. This one is talking about mass and weight. So whenever we weigh something on Earth, okay, whenever we use, like if we said something is 100 pounds, and remember LBS is the thing for the abbreviation per pounds, okay? Whenever something is 100 pounds on Earth, gravity is what controls that measurement. Mass is going to stay the same. If it's 3 grams on Earth, it's 3 grams on the moon. Okay, but your weight is a pull of gravity on you. Well, when there's less gravity, you're going to have less weight. So you're going to fill in a chart right here. Everything's going to be 100 pounds. And you're going to multiply 100 times the amount of gravity and see what the weight would be on the moon, on the sun, on Pluto, Mercury, and just in outer space in general. So you're going to do the math and put your answer right here. And you can just do your math on some scratch paper. Okay. And you'll get all of that glued in. And that's it.